Hey guys, today I am filming my November empties and purchases. This was a pretty good month. I actually don't have a ton of stuff that I hauled, surprisingly, and even though I finished so many products last month, I do have a decent grouping of empties. So I finished up 6 makeup products since last update. So I have 3 face products and 3 eye products. I feel like it's been a while since I had one of these empties without a lip product in there, but I could be wrong. So starting with the face products, I did finally finish my Tower 28 serum concealer in 3cc, I believe, and I was mixing this with my Huda Beauty color corrector because it was too dark for me, and this is a little dark and a little peachy for me. I really love the formula of this concealer though. I love that serum-y consistency. I really love the formula of this concealer though. It's so nice and serum-y, which makes it very easy to blend into the skin. I feel like this gives like a good medium coverage, and I think this consistency works well and the coverage works well with skin tints or foundations. I have used up several other concealers this year, and this is definitely one of my new favorites. I wish they would expand the shade range. I have the second shade BU, which matches my skin tone but isn't really light enough to brighten. The lightest shade is very pale, and I could mix the two of them, but that's a lot for me. But I do recommend this concealer if you can find a good shade match from you. But I do recommend this concealer if you can find a good shade match, and it has that flat paddle applicator, which I just love. I also finished my Too Faced Born This Way little mini concealer in the shade Cloud. It does have the large applicator, and I do have this in a full size. I was sent both of these concealers in PR, and I was so happy to receive this because I used this in the past, but the shade wasn't light enough for me, so I finished it up as a foundation. But this is a really great full coverage concealer, more of a natural finish. I find this to look a little bit more natural than the Tarte Shape Tape. Tarte is still my number one, but I've really enjoyed using this, and I'm so happy that I have a full size of this, but it stays in place really well. Really beautiful shade range. And then I did finish a little mini Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. My favorite setting spray ever. I can never pass on these minis when I get them, and it was getting to be the oldest in my collection, which is why I knocked it out. Then for eyes, I did finish my Lawless Shape Up Soft Fill Brow Pencil in Oak, and this is like one shade too dark for me, but I was able to make it work. This is a very creamy pencil, which is why I went through it a little bit quicker, and I think this is very nice. But it is like an oval shape, which is great for filling in most of my brow, but I want something a little bit more natural in the front. So if you only use one brow pencil, I don't think this would be great. But if you like to use this in a micro pencil, which is what I do, or if you're a brow pen person in the front, I do think that this can be very nice. I was surprised I got through it because I was working on the Benefit Goof Proof this year, but like I said, this just goes pretty quickly. I was surprised I got through this one because I was using the Benefit Goof Proof so much of this year, but this one is much creamier, so it went faster. Then I finished an ABH eye primer. This is a holy grail of mine because it does prevent my eyeshadows from creasing, and this does have a little bit of a cream tint to it, so it does help to neutralize the color of my lids, but it's not heavy like a concealer would be. So I absolutely love this. I wish you would come out with more shades so that this would be better for more skin tones. I know that Karen Harris really likes this, and it is so good though because of this shade on medium and tan skin tones, because it will really make eyeshadows pop, especially pastels. So that's something to keep in mind, but I love the formula of that. And then I finished my 3rd pencil eyeliner of the year, which is amazing. It's bittersweet because this is a holy grail that was of course limited edition. This is ColourPop Brickell, which is a gorgeous metallic copper. So now moving on to purchases, I have a few from Ulta. So Ulta's been doing a sale for the months of November and December where there's like a week of certain products being a certain discount, and this was able to stack with a 10 off off 50 coupon. And luckily, like they always do this time of year, they did have my Holy Grail Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Concealer on sale for 40% off. I use the shade 1in Light Neutral. One of these usually lasts me a year, so I am really happy to have a backup of it, and I love using this on my blemishes. It just stays in place so perfectly. And this was $19.20, but then after using some of that $10 coupon, I spent $15.66, which is fantastic. Then Morphe products were on sale, maybe 30% off. So this is the Hot Shot Sun Drops Liquid Bronzer that I've heard a lot of good things about. And I picked the color Bronze Bombshell. I've actually used this several times and I think it's just okay. So I think I'm going to actually end up returning this because for Christmas I am going to be getting my iconic London sheer bronze that I love so much because my sister placed or paid for a flip order for me that was hella discounted for Black Friday. It was incredible. So after the coupon, I spent $9.13 on this. Then finally got this Morphe lip gloss that has been on my list for a while. This is the Drenched lip gloss, which means that it has more pigment. They have a line that's more pigment and a line that's more shimmer. And this is in the shade Wet Peach, which just looks like a really pretty peachy nude. I have not used this one yet, and it has that applicator I love, like Tower 28. And this was $8.40 on sale, but then after the coupon it was $6.85. And then I was very excited to see this on sale at Ulta because if I don't like it I will be returning this. And this is from Persona, which is a brand that I love and I want to try everything of theirs, but I'm not a huge liquid eyeshadow person. This formula is called Eye Paint and this is the color Oro. I think they have 3 shades right now and this one looked the most impressive, and I think this was on sale 30% off. So that was $15.40, and then after the coupon I spent $12.56 on it. So definitely need to try this out super soon so I can see if I want to keep it or not, but I thought that these were really wonderful prices. Next, I want to say this was either Black Friday or Cyber Monday. I placed another Ulta order and I talked myself out of a few products, but something that I was really excited to see was the Persona lip liners on sale. And again, I want to say this is 30% off. I can't do math, but it was normally $16. It was on sale for $11.20. And Ulta did have the 3 new shades, but out of those shades, the only one that I wanted would be Marrakesh, a very creamy formula. And they added some really beautiful shades to this range. I hope to see more in the future. And then I was excited to see these because I counted on them being there. I still have a stash of some minis of leave-in hair products, but I know that it's not going to last me until next year. So I went ahead and purchased 2 bottles of the It's a 10 Miracle leave-in product for half off. So they would be $21 each. So now I got 2 for $21. Super happy to have this. And then I just saw this product and thought it looked amazing. So I'm really excited to try this JCat Beauty Fairy Dust Duochrome eyeshadow. And this is the color Magic Spell. So it's normally $6. It was on sale for $3.59. And I looked at the other colors online and I just felt like this was speaking to me the most because you have got pink and red and peach and orange. I cannot wait to see how well this works because that is super affordable. Then I placed one other Ulta order for the ColourPop Frosty the Snowman lip set because I love these So Juicy Plumping gloss bombs, and I decided against the palette. I went back and forth, but Teresa is Dead said that, you know, some of the shades just were not performing well, so that helps to talk me out of it. And this was on sale for $16.80, but I had a 5 off $15 coupon that I used on this, so then it went down to $11.80, which is incredible for 3 full-size lippies. And I'm hoping that I love these shades. I know I will, the lighter pinky one. So we have Frozen, and this one, the sticker is half off. Let me fix that. Okay, feeling like frosty and all melted. So cute, and again, such a good deal, and I love this formula. Very messy, very melty, so just keep that in mind, but what a fantastic deal. So that's all from Ulta. I have one product from Sephora. I got this during the VIB sale, but my sister got it for me from her Sephora in Kohl's because I decided to pick this up. It's a super popular shade of the Sephora Rouge Gel Lip Liner. It's the color Sinker Suede. And I've heard that these are being reformulated and this shade was not available online. So I figured I should go get it while I can. And Sephora collection was 30% off. So I don't know how much that was, but I think that made it under $10. And this is a cool tone mauve pink. And I already know that I like this formula. So there's that color. So this is perfect timing because I think this will go really perfectly with a lot of winter lippies for me. So now I have a couple miscellaneous purchases, then TikTok shop and the Flip app. So for a miscellaneous, there's this company Beauty Pass that has a free gift Friday where all you have to do is pay for shipping, and there hasn't really been something I've been interested in a really long time until I saw this, and I'm so glad it lined up with my break at work because it did sell out a few hours later. Not to anybody's surprise, but this is the Drunk Elephant C Tango Multivitamin Eye Cream. I've been through several minis and a full size in the past, and I don't know how much this retailed for. I want to say this has to be over $50, right? Or around 50 bucks, that I got for $12.95. I have plenty of eye creams, but I just couldn't pass this up. I feel good about it. I'm so excited to share my next purchase with you. So one of the items on my lemmings list, something that got away from me, would be the Hourglass Elephant face palette. It's something that I told myself, like, you don't use your palettes enough, you don't need it. And then people have still been raving about it for years. And then this year, Hourglass came out with a few collab palettes with Barney's, and one of them was all of the exact shades of the Elephant palette. And I was like, oh my gosh, here's my chance. And I told myself that if I passed my test towards my licensed professional counselor certification, then I would reward myself with a palette. Well, I did pass on the first try, thank God. It was terrifying, but the palette was not available at the time. It was out of stock, so I was so sad. And then literally like right before Black Friday, I just popped on the site, as I had been doing for quite a while, and I saw that it was available for purchase now, and there was a 20% off coupon at the time. So that is amazing. I'm so happy about this. And what's even more exciting about filming this video now is that literally just a few days ago, I'm filming this on a Sunday, on Friday morning I received an email letting me know I am officially a licensed professional counselor now, which is amazing. I'm so proud of myself. I'm so excited that I've gotten here. And basically I had to meet a certain number of hours, which is essentially working full-time for 2 years. You have to pass this exam, you got to pay some money, and then you get licensed in your state. So I am just feeling like Heather Hayden, LPC. Like, I'm just feeling like so cool about it, so excited. So now I cannot wait to bust into this palette, and I feel even more deserving of it. Very happy with this purchase and the fact that it was on sale. And I got a little card sampler of the Vanish Airbrush Concealer and a little mini of the Caution Extreme Lash Mascara, which I have tried before, but not in quite some time. So that's exciting. I am right now using the Unlocked mascara from them, and I really like that one. So excited to have that. But here we are for the star of the show. And they did come out with 2 other palettes, but those have all repeat shades, but together they are a new product. But this is the Elephant palette in different packaging. It is so gorgeous. You guys might not be able to tell because of how reflective it is. Oh, I can't believe I have this in my life now. So we have got 2 setting powders, a highlight, a bronzer that looks very light, and 2 blushes. I'm so happy to have this. So we've got dim light and soft light, which I've always wanted to try. I've never gotten these in the other palettes that I have. I don't believe so anyway. Then we've got Beaming Strobe Light Highlight, Lustrous Bronze Light Bronzer, and then the blushes are Iridescent Coral and Radiant Rose. So very, very happy to have this in my life and to say that I'm officially an LPC. So now on into the purchases from TikTok Shop. I decided to get the Kimchi Chic Puff Puff Pass Satin Bake Powder. So this brand is on Flip. They do have this powder, but not this new pink rose shade. Kimchi is super affordable. So full price, this was $25, but it was on sale for $15 with free shipping. And I have used this once so far. I did post a review on Flip, even though I didn't buy it from there. Oh, the details are so cute, so I'm really excited to play with this more and get my thoughts on this formula because I might want to try it in a few other shades, but what a great price. Then I placed a pretty big TikTok Shop order, so my husband and I decided that I could take $150 out of our joint account and put it in my spending account, and I basically spent it all in 2 days because of some early Black Friday deals from Adriana Nicole Cosmetics and BK Beauty. So from Adriana Nicole, I hopped on one of her lives and she did a flash sale of a bunch of products, because normally it's just one product at a time that's on flash sale. But when you have to pay shipping for things, it ends up like not being that good of a deal. But all these were on sale at once. And then of course, you know, after I placed this order, there ended up being, you know, free shipping like a week later or something, but that's okay. I spent $75 for all 3 products, which is incredible. So I have a couple of her single shadows, but she has released multi-chromes, and this is one that was calling to me the most. This is Celestial, so it's kind of a burgundy, but I don't know if you'll be able to see. There is a green flip, which is so stunning. So this was $10. Then we have the I Am Luxurious palette, and this came out like a month after I bought a couple of her singles, and the singles ended up being in this palette, so I'm kind of bummed by that, but that's okay. The shades in here are just so gorgeous. So you have 2 rows, so 8 shades of that intense metallic formula, and then 4 mattes. These look so gorgeous, and this was $35. The 2 shades that I already have in singles would be Goddess and Ambition, and I do know that recently she added a few more of these shimmer shades to the single shadow collection if you just wanted a couple. And then I did also purchase the Warm Neutrals palette, which was $30, and I'm assuming that's because some of these shimmers are not the special metallic formula, and we do have Goddess and Ambitious in here again, so now I have these shades 3 times. But I still really wanted both of these palettes. Adriana created some really beautiful tutorials with this palette, which I did save to my TikTok so that I can watch them and recreate some looks. But I thought this was beautiful, and $30 is incredible. So cannot, oh, I just jacked up one of the matte eyeshadows with this thing. So I'm gonna officially take that out now. So all of that eyeshadow for $75 is amazing. And this purchase talked me out of buying some other indie palettes. I had the hardest time picking what I wanted to purchase from Black Friday, so I ended up actually not getting very much. So I know that that's a good thing, but I felt kind of sad at the same time, and there were some brands where I was kind of disappointed in their discount. Then from BK Beauty, I joined their TikTok live and I purchased 5 of the Nikki LaRose brushes. So these were all 30% off, and then I had, I think, a 20% off coupon that applied on top of these, which was lovely. But then of course, after I purchased this, like minutes later, the whole set went on sale half off. Now the 20% would not have stacked on that, so actually the price ended up being about the same, because what the math would have been is that those other brushes, which were 2 other eye brushes, would have been like $5 each after that discount. So I would have, you know, been excited to have those, but to pay 10 more bucks at the same time, it was like a smudger brush and a liner brush, which I probably would not have used very much. So I am really excited to play with these. I should have taken them out of the packaging before I turned the camera on. So this is the N17. So you got 2 different fibers here so that you can use one side for cream and one side for powder, which is so fun. Then we have the N14, which I believe she uses for powder. Yes, I think this is powder. I have a million face brushes, and yet I just had to have more. I would love to hear your all's recommendations for eyeshadow brushes, because I probably could use a re-up in that area, but I just love trying out face brushes more. Next we have the N16, which is supposed to be a concealer brush, and this is just so interesting with the way it's tapered because it looks like it's messed up, but this is how it's supposed to be. Then we have the N15, which looks so nice for cheek products, and oh, so soft. Then I did get one eye brush. This is the N13, which is a blending brush. So definitely need to wash these and then start using it. I'm so excited. This was $90.72, which I know is still a lot, but such lovely brushes. Next, I have two orders from the Flip app, and I'm a little bit irritated because I messed up something, and it's let me learn that Flip is, their customer service is limited here. So my friend Christopher downloaded the app, but unfortunately he downloaded the app from his app store and then tried to find a way to put my information instead of going through a link that I would send him in a text message, and that's how you have to do it in order to get your credit. So he downloaded the app for me, which was so nice. So Flip was like, sorry about it, pal, we can't do anything about that. So that was disappointing, and he ended up feeling like this app was like too much and deleted it. But I actually had my husband download the app because his referral credit was $46, which is amazing. So I knew exactly what I wanted to get, and that's because their Pat McGrath palettes were on sale. So this one is the Moonlit Seduction, and these shades here look pretty, but this quad here looks incredible, and I would never buy a whole big palette like this for just 4 shades. Normally $128. It was on sale for $70.40, and then I had that $46 off. So I spent $24.40 on this palette before tax. How incredible is that? I feel like I would totally spend $25 on a quad. So I cannot wait to play with this. Again, it looks amazing for winter, and I'm contemplating a few other palettes. So if you haven't downloaded Flip yet, that should be your reason too. If you would like to download through me, I would really appreciate it. And basically you just have to be comfortable with sending me your phone number, and then I will text you the referral link, and then we both get the same value of money to use, which is super exciting. So if you are interested, just DM me on Instagram. And then that meant I also got $46 on my account, and I am very mad at myself. I messed up. I was checking out in haste because the free store, you know, didn't really have much good stuff, and one of the things that I wanted, there was only one of them left. So Milk Makeup finally added a few new products, which I was just dying to have, and that would be the new shades of their Odyssey lip oils. There are 4 new shades, 2 shimmers and 2 creams. The shimmers are definitely more of toppers. I'm kind of interested, but I probably don't need them considering how many glosses that I have. So the 2 cream shades would be Wander, which is a beautiful blue tone pink mauve shade, and then Day Trip, which is a really beautiful warm nude. I love this formula. So glad that I got these. And here is where I messed up. I was going way too quickly, and I grabbed the wrong shade of the Milk Cooling Water Jelly Tint. I realized this in about 30 minutes, and they would not help me to exchange out the product. They told me that I could cancel my order, and I was like, okay, well, what about like my referral that I used and the free gifts and all of this? And they were like, yeah, all of that would just be gone. You wouldn't get it back. And I was like, okay, that's effed up, but it was my mistake. I was extremely upset about it in the moment, but it was my mistake. I should have gotten Spritz, which is the coral, and I got Chill, which is the red. And I know that I could get the right color at another time, which probably not, only if it's super discounted, because I know that this type of product is not going to be something I would use very much. So we will see. I'm a little bit scared of this, and again, I got like the most intense shade out of all of them. And then I also added this Essence Make Me Brow Gel in Blondie Brows to my cart so that I could have enough to get a few things from the free store. So the thing that made me check out in such haste that there's only one left would be the Milk Kush High Roll Brow Tint in the color Haze. And this is definitely an interesting shade for me. I have to combine it with a certain color brow pencil or it can look a little crazy, but this formula was super interesting. Again, I've got reviews on everything on Flip except I haven't done this yet, or the palette. Then Gerard Cosmetics is on there, which is very exciting. So I decided to get the Slay the Day. So I decided to get the Slay the Bake powder in lavender, and this is very interesting. This came to me very messy, and this packaging feels very cheap. So that's a bit annoying, but it was a free product and a great way for me to be able to test a lavender powder to see what I think. And then also from Dermalect, I got the Smooth and Supple Lip Mask Melt. As of right now, I don't like this. The texture is kind of thin and I don't like the scent of this at all. It's like an unscented product, but then just smells like ingredients, and I think that's gross. So I'm glad that this was free because I don't think it's for me. So for these 4 products, my total was $78.19 minus $46 from the referral code, made it $32.19. And then I also cashed in my creator cash, which would just be the money that I've made from posting videos on there, which would be $9.56. So out of pocket before tax, I spent $22.63 on all 4 of these products, which is amazing. So I'm trying to decide if I want to go buy more from Pat McGrath. The palette I want the most is like the newest one, so it's not on there, but there are other palettes that I'm interested in, but I don't know. But maybe if you guys sign up through me, I will get some then. But that is everything that I used up and that I purchased this month. I think a really nice variety of products, and even though there was less than normal, I still managed to make this video super long. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on all the products that I mentioned, and I would love to know what things you used up and purchased this month. What were your Black Friday, Cyber Monday purchases? And I want to thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.